In this episode of Negative Modifier, we'll be playing the game Delta Green. Delta Green, by design, tackles various mature themes that may be uncomfortable or triggering for listeners. Listener discretion is advised. Hey, it's Charlie, Negative Modifier's Game Master. First off, thank you for giving us a listen. As always, expect something horrible to happen to the players. If you're a fan, support us by leaving a review on iTunes. And if you hate the show, consider doing it anyway and enjoying the fact that you've inflicted us on someone else. For the most up-to-date news in the podcast, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. And with that... what's the plan? You got some options, you got some information, you can also try doing some research of your own. You have access to stuff, unlike the last one you were kind of working on a small, kind of tight time frame. You got a little bit of time on this one. You also have investigatory resources. So what's the plan?
Florence is going to use the financial databases the company has and try to find out who the biggest patrons of Bolton Imports is.
Sure.
I want to start looking into the flashiest clubs around the area.
Sure.
Or if there's any kind of club that Oscar Nelson frequents.
Yeah, you could probably start by searching Oscar Nelson, see if he shows up. Like he's potentially a known public figure of some kind.
Cool. So make a search rule for that.
Yeah, let's see a search for that. What's your search at?
It is 21%, so I am still learning how to Google correctly.
Yeah, let's see a search for that still.
Oops, I'm on Bing. 43 failure.
Yeah, so if you find some stuff that'll probably take some time to track down. Like Oscar Nelson is indeed a person. You do get kind of a couple pictures of him, but you're not having a good time establishing who or what he is, for lack of a better phrase. But yeah, if you're on a potential track, though. With some time, you'll be able to run this one down a little bit more. Florence, you're trying to... So what are you looking for the databases? Just kind of the business dealings of Bolton Shipping, or what?
Yeah, the business dealings of Bolton Shipping. I want to find out who their largest patrons are and their most common shipping routes for those.
All right, yeah. So what's your search?
My search is 44, but my computer science is 47. Bureaucracy is 85.
Yeah, that's more than enough to add up to me not making you roll for this. So yeah, this takes some time to go through. It's a lot of information, but so part of which makes Bolton Shipping fascinating is it's independently owned. The Bolton family is the sole owner and patron, if you will, of this company. Like, it's rare that a company like this does not have a board of some kind. It managed to hold off doing that in some way. It's got no main client necessarily. It's got some large ones, does some shipping for the automotive industry and kind of heavy machinery as well. It's, from what you're finding, it's just a, maybe not boring because it's so big and kind of old, but it's just a shipping company, a obnoxiously successful multi-million-dollar shipping company. It's got some ties to some other stuff, some kind of utilities connections to it, like oil and power and stuff like that, but that would make sense given the cross kind of integration nature of the shipping and industries connected to it. Probably find a couple like dealerships for high-end cars and they're vaguely linked to it, but yeah, nothing about the company itself is necessarily suspicious.
Is there a lot of traffic in the around Cairo?
No more so than normal. It's got seems to be a bit more kind of from Europe to the US, but kind of just based on what they're dealing with specifically. Like, it's when you dig into that more, you find it's like, okay, yeah, it's stuff that makes sense. It would be traveling from the UK or from kind of the general Europe nations to the US, just a shorter trip, and they have higher demand for it, I guess. So that explains the higher number of trips. Again, like, people go by Cairo from a shipping standpoint because it's a major shipping point.
Yeah.
The financials are pretty normal looking, nothing too weird. Again, it's a very large company. Like, to go through all of that data is going to take a lot of time, but kind of at your peripheral kind of glance through and looking for kind of major red flags. Nothing super weird necessarily.
Sounds good.
Yeah. This is all taking some time too. Like, this is, all these hunting towns is taking a few hours since I have to process through all this stuff. So Florence is going through kind of the financial information. Faustus is trying to track down Oscar. What are Francis and Foxtrot doing through all of this?
Well, I'm just kind of waiting to see where I'm going to jump in, because I'm more than likely, when it comes to the Sentry Club, I'm guessing I'm going to be doing some recon on that. So I'm just kind of holding off right now. Also, I'm not really a numbers guy, so pretending to be an IRS agent kind of sus.
Sure.
But I will have a sip of my green tea though.
Yeah, Francis has also kind of lost a little bit. He might consider like assisting Florence.
Yeah, so day ticks on. You kind of dig through all this information. Yeah, Bolton's looking pretty clean through all of this, but like suspiciously clean too. And the fact that it is this large company that goes back in his family, as best you can tell, kind of at least a century. There's some weirdness kind of towards the end of the kind of First World War happening, but beyond that, like, yeah, it seems on the up and up. Too on the up and up though as well. Anyone researching the Century Club by any chance?
I think Florence is a little bit too busy to.
Yeah.
After the research on, I could do research on Century Club after doing research on Oscar.
Yeah, so I'll give you kind of some stuff on Oscar right now. So, yeah, so you eventually kind of find some information on Oscar Nelson. He's you find some pictures. He's about 55. You'd probably guess he's kind of a silver fox type. He seems to be employed as kind of a motivational speaker of sorts, like that kind of person that tours around and does TED Talks and all that stuff professionally. Very kind of powerful advocate in certain parts of the gay community. Again, seems on the up and up, but too on the up and up in some ways. Again, like there's no scandals linked to him except for the fact he seems to have a very high turnover for boyfriends. But again, like nothing, no weird scandals following that. Just he's a older man that enjoys younger gentlemen.
Gotcha. So, do I roll another search for doing stuff on Century Club?
Yeah, give me another search on that one.
95% failure.
So, not a lot about the Century Club. It's kind of a generic name, so you find like a variety of small banking groups based around that. But you do find kind of in some spheres surrounding kind of conspiracy theory stuff, some talk about that. And that'll take a while to get through, but you're kind of working on that as everyone else is working on things. And I guess kind of groundwork anyone wants to do before we end the first day of all this, hypothetically?
So I was going to ask, well, so who's researching the shipping company right now? Was it Florence?
That's Florence and Francis,
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to ask them, did you guys find anything interesting?
No.
No?
That's the confusing thing. They're completely above board.
So, looks like they're completely up above board on official channels. Maybe time to take a little bit of an unofficial approach. How far is the shipping area, or one of their main shipping areas from this office?
All right, cool. So, as part of kind of Florence's searching around, you did dig up 2 addresses for that. So, there's 2 addresses. There's one over in New York Harbor, which does appear to be kind of an operations office. And there's also kind of a main business office here in the financial district. The Harbor one's about, we'll say, like an hour and a half away with traffic and all the New Yorkness of it. It's probably like a 20-minute walk from where you're at to the one near you, though.
Okay. So, you guys up for a little field trip to either one of these locations?
If we're being like on the down low and streetwise, I'm probably not good to come along.
Yeah, I think we could swing by.
I'll be safe here if you all want to. Yeah, I'll be safe here if you all want to go. I mean, just like looks around the office.
All right. Well, I mean,
Oh no, you're definitely coming, Florence.
I will mess up being like I don't have a criminal mind. We're trying to look for unofficial channels. Like I'll go. It's just I'm gonna be more of a hamper than anything.
Listen, have some confidence in yourself.
I do, just not with this. By the way, do you have a revolver, Francis?
What do I look like, a cowboy?
You should go buy one, and she will pass over, like pull out a bag and like pass over a box of six bullets.
What the hell are these things? I assume they like look different than normal bullets.
No, they are kind of large caliber, normal bullets, but on them is a kind of strange star shape. It's kind of like a starfish of sorts. Well, it looks like an eye or maybe a flame on them, like it's kind of printed on the casing for this stuff, for the shells. But beyond that, they're normal-looking bullets.
Well, I'll see what I can do with these. Do you know what that symbol is? It's a strange-looking symbol.
Yeah, I do.
Go on.
Are you sure? I mean, I will. Are you sure?
Should I not know?
She just shrugs. That's for you to decide.
Well, I guess I'll leave it unknown then.
It's just one of those things. I mean, it has to do with all of this. Sometimes it's better not to know. I mean, I will tell you if you won't really want to know.
Well, if you don't want to tell me, we'll leave it at that.
It's not that I don't want to tell you. I just want you to make the decision.
All right, listen, just don't tell me, damn it.
Okay. Go buy a revolver.
So Faustus and Foxtrot, you're watching this weird conversation. Do you try and look at the bullets?
Yeah, I'm going to take a gander at them.
So you both have firearms, if you recognize custom rounds when you see them.
Yeah.
Which is out of character for Dr. Florence, definitely. She's not exactly the make-your-own-ammo type.
You pick up a new hobby, Florence?
What do you mean?
It's your custom rounds. Not something you normally find from a vendor, and considering how much of a deal you're making about this, you made these, didn't you?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
These are done pretty decently. Good job. What are they?
Are you sure you want to know? I'm gonna the same thing with Francis here. I'll tell you if you really want to know.
Why is this some sort of viral bullet? Did you make disease bullets?
No, that's awful and horrible, and I would never do anything like that.
See, because I'm trying to put...
It sounded very sarcastic, but I'm being truthful.
See, because I'm trying to put two and two together in the sense that Faustus kind of looks around. Is there any one of Bryce's...
No, it's just you in the room. You're alone here.
Cool. I just take a quick look around, because you work for the CDC. And up until just recently, I heard that you never really shot a gun before. But now you're making bullets?
I'm a researcher. I'm a scientist. I learn to do things.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And fix problems.
You learn to do things, but for first try or for beginner's try on this is really good work. So...
I'm a natural at a lot of things.
Uh-huh.
Let's
Right
just
on.
say that this has more stopping power against those things that things similar to what we dealt with last time.
Cool.
I think.
Can I get some of these? Or can you teach me how to make these?
Don't have time to teach you right now. If somehow in our everyday life, for some reason, we ran into each other, maybe. But yeah, here, and she'll lay the other 6 bullets down on the table. I'll give you guys a shopping list. I need you to buy me some stuff so I can make more of these while you're out.
Cool. Can I watch you make them?
Sure.
Perfect. I take a bullet as well as this little shopping list. I'm kind of hand inspecting the bullet myself.
Lawrence is going to take out a revolver and slide it to Francis. You have all the bullets now, so I guess I don't really need this.
Very interesting gun choice. Have you just been carrying that?
Mm-hmm. It's a recent purchase. I guess you can take it fast if Francis doesn't want it.
Look, I'm not going to turn down a nice revolver, so I'll go ahead and take it. Francis, you're really going to pass up on this?
Oh, no, sorry, I'll definitely take that.
Ah, shoot. All right, cool.
Since she lovingly made these bullets for me. I try to become like Revolver Ocelot and spin it. No, not right now, of course.
Give me a dex check on that.
Not when it's loaded, of course.
Yeah, give me a dex check.
Bam, success.
Yeah, you're cool with it. You do some kind of neat spin moves with it.
Nice.
Lawrence just rolls her eyes and goes back to typing on the computer.
I can't wait to shoot myself in the foot with this move.
Not gonna lie, the critical failure of that, but the gun would have fallen apart. Yeah. All right. So we've done the exchanging of the strange bullets. Is the plan now to go off and check out one of the offices for Mr. Bolton, or I guess what are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm thinking that's a good idea. check out one of the offices.
Yeah, so which one you thinking?
I don't have a preference though.
Yeah, I don't have one either. I'd say we start with the closest one, I guess.
Sure.
All the while, I want to turn my attention to Oscar, like searching Oscar Nelson's any of Oscar Nelson's previous flings, and where are they, or are they reachable?
All right, cool. So I'll give you a plus 20 to this. Give me a search.
Failure with a modified 41% search.
You don't find anything. You find some records of who they were, maybe some Facebook pages or something, but nothing beyond the relationship, really. They seem to kind of vanish.
Huh. This is interesting. As in, like, they their individual social medias haven't updated since a specific time?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Yeah, you still failed the search, so I'm not giving you the kind of big clue that comes with this. But yeah, it's like, imagine someone is posting it, like your Instagram just stops all of a sudden, and it's like a pretty regularly updated thing. Like the Facebook no longer gets updated, no tweets after a certain point, and they all were kind of active users of that prior to this.
Cool. Do I find that before? Because I was saying I was going to try to find that information while we were on the way to one of Bolton's locations. So I'm
just kind of free-forming this. Like, there's no hard order of operations for any of these things right now. Like, it's all just research as far as I'm concerned till we get into kind of actually doing something in the office.
All right, cool. I kind of share this information with everyone. Just so, interestingly enough, that second name that was Bryce had told us, Oscar Nelson, the flamboyant kind of playboy, every single one of his flings stopped posting to their social media. Either he has a very insane NDA or something happened.
Like he ate them?
What?
Like he ate them? Like for dinner?
Is that something you've encountered before? Like, are we talking about like a John Wayne Gacy sort of situation?
John Wayne Gacy was with dead bodies that were already buried. This sounds like one of those weird, like, American Psycho scenarios.
Yeah, I just jumped to the most extreme thing I could think of.
Oh, like Armie Hammer.
Who?
Never mind.
I kind of get where you're going with it. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Rich guys, weird interest. Wouldn't be surprised.
Is this a field or a position where I should be expecting dealing with more cannibals than I have ever dealt with in my lifetime?
Well, I mean, they're really, if he's really, really rich, there's either two options. It's either like a sex cult or like a cannibal cult. I mean, there's really no other options.
I can't tell if you're pulling my leg right now.
What does this guy do for a living?
Oscar Nelson, I mean, from what I was able to kind of gather, he's gay, he's rich, he likes to be photographed.
And he does public speaking. Like, he kind of does those motivational things. You go to colleges and are just like, you can be anything you want. Here's my 5-point plan of doing that. Pay me money for it.
Sex cult.
And he's got a YouTube channel of pay-per-view TED Talks.
Definitely.
So he's famous for being famous.
Yeah.
So, yeah, sex cult. Yeah, no. Being out in public and all that stuff, cannibalism wouldn't really work out. Not really a public thing, if you will. I would say definitely sex cult. It attracts people who are in the spotlight, if you will.
Case closed. All right, so let's go to this office and investigate that. Unless we want to talk more about this guy and his sex cult.
I was going to say, if it is a sex cult or anything else like that, we could probably hit it up after the office. I don't know if Florence would like to join.
I think there are rules against that kind of thing between Delta Green agents or something. I don't know. That sounds off the books kind of thing that we shouldn't do.
You are all definitely not my type.
Oh, I'm not saying that we all participate with each other at the sex cult, but to probably, information
not
gathering.
Participate with anyone at any sex club.
It is
New
New
York. Wear a
York.
mask too, so I mean,
It is New York. There's probably going to be some sort of like weird dungeon sort of situation, nightlife thing. The city never sleeps.
I'm not a complete germaphobe, but I can only imagine a place where sex is like what they sell is disgusting, and I don't want to be there.
I like that the priest is the one going on about sex cults.
Yeah. Oh no, it's. I'm sure it's absolutely disgusting. Sad to say, I've seen a few of these things in my line of work. So, yeah, it is absolutely disgusting.
Never go for the steak special. It's never worth it.
Yeah, I'm just going to stay here and continue delving into the finances of this company for the rest of the night. Okay? It's fine. If you need me, call me. I'll bring my shotgun.
All right, sounds good. I'm very disappointed in you, Florence.
I have given you tools that would be much more helpful than me being there. Because if I was shooting that, I probably just missed. Okay? It just is what it is. All right? I'll tell you what, I'll get better at being a criminal on my downtime. Or a federal agent. I don't know what the difference is, though.
Good one. But
Again, says the priest.
we're allowed to have a sense of humor.
No, the ex-Navy SEAL or the ex-kind of SOCOM operative priest that's just like, I have the high ground in this.
I'm Catholic. I can just pray that shit away.
No, I love it. This is great.
As a resident Catholic, I'd like to say that you're always supposed to be in a constant state of guilt. How that works. But
Don't you have to like buy an indulgence or something now?
but it is true. You can't just pray for forgiveness and that works out. But that's another story for another day.
Yes, this does not need to become a theology discussion. So, so three of you are off to Bolton's offices. Florence, you're going to stay at the Midas and keep doing some research?
Oh, no, she's definitely not doing research. But, we can get to that later.
Well, yeah, so we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, I guess, then.
Yeah.
So, which offices is the threesome going off to?
Is the business office that's close by at first.
Yeah, that's close by. I wanted to make sure you still were going to go to that one.
Yep.
So we have the harbor one and the business one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, let's go to the business one.
All right, yeah, so the address is kind of publicly posted. It's on the company website. It's easy enough to track down. It's in a fairly unremarkable building. It's nice. It's modern enough. You track down the building. It's a normal enough building. There appears to be kind of reception, door guard type of thing at the front for the elevator access. It's a typical kind of elevator situation for this type of building. You're outside right now, I assume. Well, what are you doing?
I'm going to do some quick kind of recon. Is this a one building for their office only, or is it like a multi-office building where they share office space with other companies?
Based on the sign outside and just given how New York real estate works, this is just one company in a building of many other companies. Same with Midas. Like, they were just the top 3 floors of a building of many other companies.
We parked? Are we do we walk here?
You probably walked here. You maybe took the subway. That's why I said it's about a 20-minute walk. The people of New York would think of a 20-minute walk as a totally normal walk. The people of Los Angeles would think that's a nightmare scenario. They would die doing so. But yeah, anything short of a half-hour walk is a pretty normal walk for New York, give or take. Like, it's the financial district. It's probably not quite that far. The taller of you probably do it a little bit faster. The shorter, well, you're shorter enough, shorter legs. New York's a walking city. You definitely walk this. Maybe you did a rental bike or something. That is also a thing you could have done, but very normal to have walked this hypothetically, unless you want to take a cab, which is also a thing you could have done.
All right, well, don't forget the scooters are also options.
I'm gonna need to see some drive checks for those scooters if you get on them.
Dude, they're actually pretty nimble. Have you rode one?
Yes, they're also incredibly dangerous. Are you walking? Are you scooting? Like, well, what's the plan of how to get there? I guess
we could just walk. It's
I just
fine.
walk there.
Just walk. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do look longingly at a scooter, though.
Yeah.
Maybe someday.
I mean, you're kind of Francis is kind of old using a scooter. That's some young millennial technology, hypothetically.
You're right. You're right. I would never install an app on my phone to use a scooter. Psh,
Yeah, like
back
Francis.
in my day.
Francis would have to get his kid to install that app, even hypothetically. He still misses phones that flip.
I do.
You arrive at the building. It's a pretty generic office building, multiple floors, like easily 100 kind of thing. Nice enough building. Guard out front. No, out front, sorry, kind of inside of the reception area. As would be normal with these types of situations, you'll have to kind of check in with that person, and they'll buzz you up to the elevators to get around.
So what's our cover? We just flash our identification, say IRS. We need to get to Bolton shipping, and that's it.
Yeah, sounds pretty good to me.
So we're trying to be low key, and we're telling them exactly where we're going. Why don't we just look up one of the other companies that shares this building and say we're going to them, and then just work our way up to that floor anyway?
Even better.
So I'm going to check for a sec. That might not work because they'll unlock the ability to go to certain floors. It's part of how the check-in thing works.
We could go through the stairs, right?
Oh yeah, no, you could totally go up to the wrong floor, then go by stairs. That's absolutely a thing you could do.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's legal for them to lock the stairs door.
It is not. That's a very good call on your part. Yeah, you could totally go to a different floor and take the stairs.
That works for me. So I want to pull up a search and see what office is either over or under.
No need to do that. There's probably a directory outside of a bunch of major companies in the building.
Okay, so I want to check the directory then.
Yeah. What you looking for, I guess?
Do you want me to do a search roll?
It's right there. Like, it's no searching required. Are you looking for something specific, or just kind of any company that might have IRS dealings?
Yeah, like whatever like financial service company that's not nearby the shipping company.
Yeah, something would be either close to finance or something that would be something either accounting or numbers.
If you want to try and get something on the right floor, I'm gonna do a search for that. If you just want a general directory of companies in there, that I can give you for free.
I meant like nearby, not like.
Oh, it's all one building. They're all just in it. Like, it's knowing what floor it's on, though. If you're trying to like min-max
really?
how many floors you have to go, that I'm gonna make you search for.
I would say let's take the option to climb up the stairs rather than climb down the stairs. It seems a little bit more natural that we would be coming from the below levels than coming from above levels if we're like, hey, we're just coming here, whatever.
Well, it's probably an emergency stairway anyway, so it's not like it's decorated.
Not even decorated. It's more so just like, you were coming downstairs into here? Did you enter from the roof and stuff?
I would say, I'm going to look on this list for any kind of company that looks like it's an office like type of company that would be a floor under where our actual destination is.
Okay. Yeah, give me a search on that.
Okay. 69 out of 43 fail.
Nah, you're having a hard time figuring out which floor is which. It's not a great list. It's just a list of companies. Might have to hoof it some. You do notice a couple of the names on the list are scratched out or like faded out, like they might not be there anymore.
Can I roll a search to kind of make out what they were?
Yeah.
Is this this darn shipping company name?
Bolton Shipping. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, Bolton.
Failed again. 71 out of 43.
Yeah, they're long gone kind of thing. Like, it's a shadow of a shadow at this point.
Is Bolton Shipping still on this list?
Yeah, it's on there.
Okay, yeah, then I guess. Well, I'll do a search for a company if that's okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Legendary failure. Or no, just normal failure. Sorry.
Yeah, it's almost by design a non-comprehensive list. Like, they're trying to dissuade people from picking a company and then going to the wrong floor or something and then working their way down. But you do have a list of companies you could reference if you so wanted. A couple names kind of pop out as financial options like Goldman and Goldman Investing. There's a couple tax companies by various names. There's a couple software companies seem to have like a corporate office here of some kind. Probably the weirdest one, as best you can tell. You're not sure what it is, but it's just it's Easy Express is the name of the company, as best you can tell. No idea what that is.
Well, take your pick. We've got tax offices, some accounting offices, a software company, and this one company called Easy Express.
Yeah, let's just do the finance. Let's just do Goldman and Goldman.
Yeah, that works for me. Any objection on that one, Faustus?
Honestly, it works for me as well.
All right. Well, the Goldman and Goldman it is.
All right, so you're going inside?
Yep, walking inside.
All right, yeah, so you step in. The guy behind the desk kind of looks at you. Can I help you, gentlemen?
We have an appointment with at Goldman and Goldman at 3.
Is there a name on the list? That kind of gets a list out. Are they expecting you?
I leaf through my paperwork that I'm obviously carrying.
I'll believe it.
I apologize. I actually don't have a name here. It's just Goldman and Goldman at 3 in conference room C. I'm sorry, this is embarrassing.
I got to call up unless you're on the list. Yeah, I can call up for you. Kind of gets on the phone, starts dialing up to the top floors. Rings a couple times.
So I'm going to try to persuade him to say, hey, look, we're kind of here on some official business and we're kind of in a rush. We want to make sure we get here up fast as possible. Can I roll a persuade?
Yeah. Before you do that, though, give me more. Like, how are you? What are you trying to imply the official business is? I guess. Like, are you trying to imply IRS? You trying to imply what angle you're going with?
Okay.
We can just say IRS, right? I mean,
Yeah. You can also do a badge flash if you wanted to.
Yep. Someone say, all right, well, I didn't want to do this, so I'm going to show them my IRS badge and say, look, we're here for an audit. We're not really supposed to be announced, so if you can keep this down, that would be ideal. Otherwise, I'll have to note this in my report.
Yeah, guy looks at that, looks at you, kind of puts the phone down. Sorry, should have just said so. This kind of thing happens here every once in a while. You said Goldman and Goldman, right?
Goldman and Goldman.
Man, I thought they'd be the last company to get in trouble for this type of shit.
Whoa! Nobody said there's any trouble. We're just here doing a general audit here. Okay?
The IRS showing up to do a surprise audit? That's poor Mr. Goldman. Yeah. I'll buzz you up. I'll kind of presses some buttons. Elevator there on the right. I have the 3 elevators. One on the right opens up for you.
All right. Thank you very much. And your name is
Jonathan. I'll be here. The guy that takes on after me is Peter.
All right. Thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate that. And so I'll walk to the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone doing anything else before they get on the elevator or no?
Is there like a floors list on here?
Yeah. There's a more kind of in-depth one that you can look at there if you so wish. But you're going to Goldman and Goldman.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just take like a quick glance at it, just like I'm looking around.
Yeah, so you notice that Goldman and Goldman is 4 stories below the one you're looking for, below Bolton Shipping.
Oh, perfect.
What if we just push the Bolton shipping button?
Well, it's probably like a desk thing.
Have you guys ever dealt with this type of elevator where it's coded to only go to certain floors based on what they do at the desk?
Oh, no, I did not know that.
Like a thing in large corporate office buildings like this is you have, like, if you work there, you have a pass that opens up access to certain floors. Like, if you scan it, it just takes you to that floor. And if you're going in through the front desk, they're basically saying, okay, elevator, go to this floor. It's a security measure, specifically to prevent riffraff from wandering into the building like you're doing.
Whoa. We're an official riffraff, an official business.
That's fair. No, you are the IRS, or pretending to be anyway.
We're playing federal agents, pretending to be other federal agents.
That is the inherent nature of Delta Green, yes.
Exhibit would be proud. Oh, God, am I old enough to be the one who makes that reference?
Yes, you are, apparently.
Oh, God.
Wait, who did you say?
Exhibit would be proud.
Oof, I'm sorry.
Ah!
No, I mean, I get it. Pimp my federal agency. Like,
well, I think he was thinking, yo, Doug, I heard you like federal agency, so I put a federal agency inside your federal agency. Am I right on that one?
Yes, that's the one.
Oh, gotcha. I'm just not cool enough for that reference.
All right, so you've got the floor number. You know where you're going. You're going to have to do a little bit of hoofing it. Anything else before you get in the elevators?
No, unless there's anything else suspicious in this lobby.
No, it's just a normal corporate lobby.
Yeah, I'm just going to kind of get a general look around, see how, get a count for how many cameras are in the lobby.
Oh, yeah, so give me a search, and you know surveillance-y stuff, so I'll give you a plus 40 on that one.
Okay. 82, success.
Yeah, so behind Jonathan, you do see a collection of security cameras. It's not state-of-the-art, though. It's a kind of a CCTV system where it's not always on the same camera, so it kind of cycles through them kind of so you can look at everything at once. It's probably recording, but the chances of you getting caught based on the number of cameras you're seeing, if you're in the stairwell, are low. There are cameras in the stairwell, though. Looks like if you had to guess, it's one every 5 floors or something.
Oh, well, we're definitely lucky. Then it's only 4 floors above, so we're fine.
There is a camera per floor, though, kind of aimed at the elevator.
Yeah. All right, cool. So I'll just make a note of that. And I guess, we'll take the elevator up.
Yep. Yeah, so you get off. Pretty normal corporate floor. A couple offices off this floor. Doors that are varying degrees of ornate with signage on them. You guys are headed, though, to the the staircase to work your way up, though, correct?
correct.
Yeah, and I kind of just take a gander to see if there's anything camera or surveillance-wise looking towards that stairwell in particular.
Stairwell, no. As you exit the elevator, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the cameras, as best you can tell based on looking around the hallway at a quick glance, is that the cameras are aimed at the elevators.
Okay. do they have line of sight into, based off of what I saw from the cameras, do they have a line of sight to the stairwell opening as well, or is it just to the elevator doors?
Give me a SIGINT on this one, actually.
Okay. 17 success.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Nice.
Based on kind of the level of complexity of these cameras and what you saw downstairs, yeah, no, it's just to kind of see if someone sketchy comes out of the elevator. They're pretty sure the kind of guards down at the bottom will stop them, and they don't seem too concerned. Based on the kind of the list you saw, too, it's not a lot of high-profile people. It's just people in the building. Most office security isn't really all that impressive.
Okay. So I'm going to kind of casually tell these guys, there's a camera in every window, or looks like there's a camera outside the elevator doors, but luckily for us, there's no line of sight between that camera and the stairwell, so just kind of casually walk out of frame from the elevator doors, and we'll just head right to the stairwell.
Yeah, I will even say that, like, based on what you're looking at, so long as you stay to kind of, like, right of the center of the hallway, the camera wouldn't pick you up.
The camera's greatest weak spot, directly under it.
Yeah.
And I mean, depending on the age of the security system, there's a good chance half the security cameras don't even work.
Could be. All right, so we get to the floor? Are we there yet? Or okay,
a little time passes. It's 4 floors of an office building or of a skyscraper. It's not like you just rush up them unless you want to give me dex checks or athletic checks, but I suspect you kind of take your time walking normally to not be weirdos.
Yep.
I have a passive stealth of 50. Does that assist?
There's nothing to be stealthy from right now, really. You're pretty sure you're above or won't be crossing the path of one of the security cameras, and based on kind of what Foxtrot saw downstairs, this is not a complex system. Like, there's a pretty decent chance they're not even recording necessarily. It's just a CCTV system. It's cycling through. You'd have to have some really bad luck for it to be looking at the camera and the guy looking at you. It's also the middle of the day. Who's worried about security in the middle of the day, or towards the end of the day, actually, probably more accurately? Yeah, so you get up there, you kind of deftly avoid the field of view of the camera aimed at the elevator, and sure enough, kind of a especially noteworthy, this kind of refined but elegant little sign on a door reads Bolton Shipping.
Is it locked? Can we check if it's locked?
Yep.
Is it a glass door or is it like a solid door?
Just a solid wood door.
So we should probably have a plan before we open this door.
I mean, just say, hey, sorry, got off on the wrong floor. We are the IRS. But what are we looking for exactly? Do we have... Well, so I guess, if anything, what can we access here that might suggest any kind of unnatural dealings that Bolton would have? Are we going to try to find any kind of, like, shipping records? Or are we trying to find, like, kinds of material he's shipped or anything? Oh, actually, any kind of interesting things that might have happened or might have shipped around the time that what's-her-face O'Neill had purchased her stuff, right?
That was with Cairo Imports, so we don't know if they're the same company. But realistically, they're not going to keep the shipping manifests here at this city office.
Yeah,
we should probably try looking for like financial records, see like if there's any like. No, I don't know how good you guys are with paperwork, but hopefully we can see if we can determine any I don't know, kind of any obvious sort of like money funneling, offshore accounts, any like slush funds, that kind of stuff.
Can any one of us navigate a computer well enough to even do that?
Well, we can always navigate the computer to Florence.
Oh, like a remote control sort of thing.
No, I meant like physically navigate it.
We're gonna steal a computer.
Oh, I didn't suggest steal. We're the IRS. We'll
enhanced borrowing,
confiscate.
yeah.
Would that not be on their server? They would have a server room, would they not?
Listen, we'll figure it out.
Okay, so we're just here to confiscate some stuff then.
We're also could just be here to look around and just kind of, get a general look. If there's any kind of financial dealings or any kind of weird shadiness, look at the staff in the room. Anybody look like they stand out? Like, do they have people who are really beefy that don't really look like they belong in some sort of finance building? More than likely, there are security hires. They're posing as some sort of office intel people. That kind of stuff. You see somebody has a gun holstered. Why would they have a gun holstered in the office? Look for shit like that. Let's start there. Let's not reinvent the wheel here. We're doing basic investigation stuff.
Gotcha.
Remember, on paper, they already look good. So we're looking to see if things that aren't on paper, like the presentation of the office, things like that, maybe tell a different story.
Well, the records they submit to the IRS are certainly different, or will probably be different than the ones that they have in person, at least on paper here.
Yeah, something tells me it probably won't be just sitting around in this office. If they have any shady shipping manifests and things like that, it wouldn't be here. It'd be at the other office. But who knows? Let's just take a look for now.
Sure. I open the door.
The door is locked.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I knock on the door.
You hear a buzzing sound from inside.
I open the door.
So you step in, and I'm not sure what you were envisioning, but this is a relatively small office. Like, it's got a reception desk at the front side of it, and then and a door that leads off to not a doorway, like an archway that leads off to a set of hallways. But just based on kind of what you're feeling from the vibe of the space, there's maybe like 5 or 6 offices here and like a conference room, maybe. But the decorating in this space is surprising. So it's a variety of posters promoting Bolton shipping, kind of various large ships and stuff like that, offset by a impressive, like almost museum level collection of various antiques. Most of them, any of you have our anthropology or oh god, what's the other one? I have
Archaeology?
Yeah.
I have a little bit of anthropology.
What's it at?
20.
It's not a ton, but it's definitely European in origin, would be your guess. Maybe medieval stuff, maybe Roman stuff, but not Middle Eastern or Asia by any measure. Very kind of Eurocentric stuff.
Now this is like a whole floor office, right?
No, this is like just a small chunk of a floor. It's like maybe we're talking like a total of like maybe like 2,000 square feet total.
Okay. And you said with 5 offices and a conference room, give or take?
Yeah, that'd be your guess, kind of based off of just the vibe of the space. Like all you're seeing when you step in, though, is a reception, the reception area, like with a couple chairs, like some sofas, a receptionist behind the reception desk, and a door that leads off to a hallway, kind of off to her right. And kind of she's looking at you. Can I help you? Do you have who are you here to see?
We're just here to take a look around.
There's not much to see here. This is the offices of Bolton Shipping. Do you have an appointment?
We actually don't have an appointment. We are representatives from the IRS. I pull up my badge and I show it to her.
Kind of looks at this. Okay, we weren't expecting you today. Is there something wrong? You here to what? Very flustered by all of this. What brings you to the offices today?
You didn't get our letters?
I have been notified of no such thing.
We're just I guess you could say that you guys got unlucky, and we're just doing a little lottery audit.
Is that a thing? Oh god, I didn't know that was a thing. It's terrifying. Do you do that for normal people too? Like, are random audits done of my tax returns?
Oh, absolutely. You don't want to get unlucky. You certainly will. It's just your names are drawn from the hat using a computer. Sometimes, your name comes up. Hell, before I was in an auditor with the IRS. Hell, my name came up too. It's not fun. Let me tell you what.
Oh God, that's terrible.
Listen, I don't want to tell you this is like some scary. We're gonna be here for maybe like an hour. Just gonna look over things, make sure that they line up with what we got on the computer, and then we're gonna leave. That's it.
Give me a persuade at plus 20.
Not convincing at fucking all.
Of all the things to fumble right now.
So she kind of collects herself and looks at you. I'm assuming you have paperwork, maybe a warrant of some kind. We've been through this a couple times before. We're a shipping conglomerate, after all. Do you have a number we should contact for the paperwork of some kind? I know this is in theory a surprise raid of some kind, but I've been briefed how this works. Kind of like looks at you expectantly to see a warrant of some kind, or I can also call your supervisors if that's easier.
This is not a surprise. Like I said, did you not get our letters? Like
No,
I would
we didn't.
really hate to have to come back. I would be a lot less nice the next time I come back here.
Right.
So I'll tell you what. If it makes you feel better, I can put you in contact with my supervisor, and I want to grab my cell phone, and I'm going to call Francis. Oh, not Francis. I'm going to call Florence.
Okay.
So I call Florence and say, "Hey, Florence, they're asking for our supervisor. We're trying to conduct an audit here, and they're asking for kind of a supervisor level approval or some sort of notice. Would you mind letting? Excuse me, what did you say your name was?
Monica.
Monica, would you mind kind of speaking with Monica for a moment here?
Ah, for fuck's sake, Foxtrot.
Excellent. I'm so glad you can speak to her. Here, I'll go ahead and I'll pass the phone over. So I'll hand this over. This is Florence. This is my supervisor here at the IRS, specifically in terms of the corporate audit side of things.
Hello, this is Monica at Bolton Shipping.
Hello,
did you have
Monica.
some? Allegedly, we missed some paperwork you sent over for some type of on-site audit of some kind. I handle the paper. I handle all mail, and I didn't see anything of that type.
Yeah, here, really fast. Let me see what the mailing address for the company there is. You mind telling me what it is?
Yeah, she rattles off the address for you.
Yeah, there it is. Looks like somebody put one number in the wrong place. Yeah, we sent ahead a couple of notices. Look, we're not. This isn't a criminal investigation yet. This is a random audit, but if you'd like, we can start the process of getting a warrant. But that is going to incur a lot more scrutiny. We're going to have to call in a bigger team to tear apart the office. We're going to look through all the computers. We're going to have to look back into the employees' backgrounds, see if they've done anything wrong, audit them as well. We're just taking a look around for now, seeing if there's any discrepancies from the last year or two.
Give me a persuade at -20.
74 out of 49 failure.
Ah, damn it.
No.
Tell you what. I'll wait here. I'll be here for the rest of the week, and if I need to come down the weekends, I can do that. But I've been given instructions to not let people in that are claiming to audit without proper paperwork. You can come back with a warrant, or someone with more authority can give me a call back. This all seems quite suspicious to me.
No worries, Monica. Can I get your last name, please?
Rabinowitz.
All right, and can I also get a phone number to reach you at?
That gives you the office phone number for that place. Do you have my personal number as well?
I do need your personal number as well.
And she gives that to you as well.
All right. I can speak to the agents again.
Sarcastically hands the phone back to Francis, like, told you, you're not getting in here.
Yeah, when the phone's back up to their ears, like, what the fuck did you expect? I'm not a federal agent. I don't know how any of this works.
Did you hand the phone to Francis or to me? Because I called her originally.
Oh, sorry, she hands it back to Foxtrot. Yeah, my bad.
Well, no worries, boss. We'll go ahead and head out of here for now, and we'll just come back once we've got our warrant signed. So, we'll see you back in the office for a bit. Thank you very much, Florence, for taking the call. We appreciate that.
Hangs up.
Hang up. Yeah. Well, Monica, thank you for your time. We will see you in a couple days.
Looking forward to it.
Shall we?
Yeah, with our tail between our legs, we make an escape.
So before I head out, I want to do one quick kind of search around the room and see if there's anything as far as security camera goes inside that office space.
Yeah, give me a search.
86 failure out of 43.
Not that you inherently see.
All right, so we'll head on out of the office then.
Do you take the stairs back down to the correct floor, or do you just go right to the elevator?
I'll take the stairs back to the right elevator.
We'll take the stairs.
All right.
Can I use a cult to see if any of the weird historical artifacts and stuff like that was getting kind of weird? Has kind of like a weird vibe. Not like a weird vibe, but just seems kind of weird. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, give me an occult check.
Oh!
87 out of 32, because of course.
Nah, Just some old artifacts, this guy's that they're collecting apparently and decorating the office with.
Gotcha. I kind of follow them to the stairs.
Oh, that didn't go so well. Now we have to forge a warrant.
We could forge a warrant. That shouldn't be the hardest.
No, I don't think so at all. But I don't have my warrant forging equipment with me right now, so we'll have to regroup back at the office, and we'll go from there.
We could always try this routine again at the oceanfront office.
You guys want to go for part 2 on this one?
What are the chances they have 2 Secretary Supremes at both their offices?
Monica's just at both offices.
yeah, right.
Oh, it's you again.
What's the time of day?
I will say it's like 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon at this point. Like, you spent a lot of time researching before you headed out for the day.
Okay.
Based on kind of the general geography of New York, by the time you got to the other office, it would be at the earliest probably 5, 6 o'clock. It would be definitely kind of early evening at that point.
So definitely closing time for that office space then.
Hypothetically, yeah.
Okay.
I would also say, though, that Foxtrot probably inherently knows that the security at this place is probably a lot lighter than the security at a location located as part of a seaport.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's head on over there then. If you guys are up for doing part 2, if we'll get lucky, we won't have to talk to any interesting secretaries this time. Thanks, Monica.
I hope so.
I said tighter, not looser.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It'll be even harder.
Yeah, that's fine. We can at least get a general look from the outside, so.
I text Dr. Florence, hey, how quickly can you forge a search warrant?
Yeah, can you contact in this text message that I'm also a part of? Can you contact Fiddlesticks to see if she can get us forge a warrant for us in the IRS warrant for us?
Do you have Fiddlestick's number?
They do.
Okay. I type that in.
Yeah, she'll respond and say, that's a lot to unpack. No, I don't know how to forge a warrant. I'm not a cop. I've never seen a warrant a day in my life.
All right, well then get Fiddlesticks to do it.
Yeah, but I will text Fiddlesticks.
So I text the group chat and say, you weren't a guns person, but yet you made super bullets. So if you can make super bullets, you can make a fake warrant.
Sure, I'll learn how to forge warrants, because that's what I'm going to do in my free time now, I guess.
Was that sent through a voice text?
Yeah. Florence is going to text Fiddlesticks and ask if she can forge a warrant.
Sure. Give me a luck roll on that.
22 critical success.
So what is this text to the former Agent Fiddlesticks, now Agent Trank, read?
It says, "Hey, we're running around like we're you, and we could really use a warrant. You got any ideas on how to go about that?"
So she responds back with, "How is New York, winky face?"
Oh, it's awful. It's terrible. They want me to go out and they asked me to forge the warrant.
Well, it's an IRS warrant.
There's the ... as response for that. That's a choice. Yeah, let me see what I can pull together for you. It's going to take me a little bit of time to pull this together, but yeah, I can whip something up.
Florence just sends a thumbs up emoji.
She kind of, there's it starts to write for a second, then pauses, then starts to write again for a second, then pauses, then responds back with, "Did you decide to just yell it was a raid and see if that would work?"
I thought about it.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do on my end. If it's forgery, it will only work for so long. You'll have a bit of a clock on you once you're in there, but yeah, I can work something out for you. Might be a little bit though. I'm kind of in the middle of something with the new crew.
We'll just send it. All right, I'm to hear from you.
Yeah, and she responds back with a picture of like her and 3 just murked out people, like standing over just like a pile of weird dog looking creatures. Then they're all just decked out and tacky. It's like miss you.
Oh no, it's three little fiddlesticks. Oh no.
He does not respond, but does text the group chat and say, add to the shopping list new burner phones.
Wait, was
Also-
Fiddlesticks like invited to the group chat?
No.
No. Florence is texting Fiddlestick separately.
Okay.
Yeah, and she will also note the warrant is a go.
So do we print this warrant out like
You don't have it yet. It's going to take a little bit of time for Fiddlesticks to get this pulled together for you.
are we getting to go like to like a Staples though, or are we need to have like some official paper? Is it on a dot matrix? Like prepping ahead.
Let's talk about spycraft for a quick second. Do you so you as a player, do you know what a warrant looks like?
Not at all.
Most people don't, and thing you could have tried to have done is just flash something that maybe looks like a warrant kind of thing. It's an abuse of federal power at that point. It's definitely illegal, but that is a spycrafty thing you could have hypothetically done in this circumstance. Also, they don't have special printers for warrants. They're just paper.
Oh.
Very official looking paper.
Usually carbon paper though, right? Because they have to like serve it, right?
Yeah.
That's why it'll most likely be printed out on a dot matrix machine.
Yeah.
But then the guys over at Midas will probably have a dot matrix machine. So.
Potentially, yeah.
Well, if the oceanfront office is not going to work, you want to check out some of these high-profile clubs, or do we just kind of regroup?
I think we should still go to the oceanfront place.
Gotcha. What are the chances you think that Monica called the oceanfront place to talk about us?
Well, at the I don't think we should go in. I think we should see if we can just scope it out, get a layout, because it's more likely that they'll have like real documents and things that are like much more useful to us.
True.
Yeah. This is a scope out time right now.
All right, cool. So you're going to go to the harbor and check out the offices there?
Yes.